In coastal East Otago, the Te Hakapupu catchment has always been a place of connection. A landscape shaped by ancient volcanic cones, schist, sandstone, and the fine lower soils that the wind laid down long ago. For Kaitahu, the awa, or river, was a thriving kaika mahika kai, rich with tuna, inaka, kaura, and the foods that sustained communities for generations. But gradually, over time, the catchment has changed. As land use practices such as farming and forestry expanded, the easily eroded soils began to move. Sediment washed into streams and the estuary. Willows crowded the margins. Culverts began to block fish from reaching their habitat. And slowly, the mauri of Te Hakapupu declined. Toitū Te Hakapupu is a partnership between the Otago Regional Council and Kati Huirapa Runaka ki Puketeraki, with support from the Ministry for the Environment, landowners across the catchment, and the East Otago Catchment Group. Together, they've set out to restore the health of the awa, from the mountains to the sea.
It's been quite amazing being part of a project that involves mana whenua and farmers and governments. It agrees with me to manage the landscape as a whole and I guess to manage it as a community, and it's been great to be part of that.
Protecting waterways across Te Hakapupu has involved a wide range of practical work, much of it focused within the riparian margin. 39 kilometres of stock-proof fencing has been completed by contractors and landowners to protect the awa. Rangers from Okaha were heavily involved in preparing the sites for planting, including some sites opened up by earlier willow removal. This was then followed by native planting within the newly fenced areas.
So, riparian planting is about protecting our waterways, so creating a buffer between the farmland and the waterway. The waterways are fenced off to keep stock out, and then we come through to plant native species to stabilise the banks and bring the life back.
Across the catchment, contractors and community have come together to plant more than 90,000 natives in an effort to stabilise the banks, provide shading for the waterways, and begin rebuilding the habitat.
On quite a number of the planting days, we've actually had 3 generations of our family involved, like dirt underneath the fingernails and actually getting it all done. So that's been pretty special, to actually have, all of us sort of chipping in and giving it a go,
Alongside the riparian margin restoration, attention also turned to sediment, one of the biggest threats to water quality in the area. 10 sediment traps have been installed in the catchment to help slow down the water. This allows the sediment to settle before it reaches the rivers and the estuary. In the first year alone, these traps captured 1,082 cubic metres of sediment, more than 7,000 bathtubs worth. In conjunction with the above-ground work, the team also looked at how fish move through the catchment. For species like tuna, inaka, banded kōkapu, and kaura, access to habitat is everything. However, in several key locations, culverts and pipes had become barriers for fish passage.
So the biggest issue is with your pipes and your culverts. So they've either got too high an incline that they can't climb up, or they're overhanging, so they can't swing around under it. So the biggest thing is making sure there's a nice incline they can sort of climb up, and just a pipe that sort of allows them to flow through the water.
Through the project, 5 major fish passage barriers were improved, opening up 95% of the catchment to several migrating fish species. In collaboration with East Otago Catchment Group, the project team organised community planting days, school planting and education days, and a culvert installation workshop, educating people on fish passage-friendly culvert installation. This inclusion and education of the community was built on the ideas and priorities identified through multiple community hui.
The project has been community focused as well, and it's kind of a cooperative between farmers and everyone else, landowners, and we held planting days on our farm, which was really neat to see, you know, the amount of people that turn up, spend the whole day of their day out planting. And our other farm, which has got a lot of plantings, is on the state highway, so people that drive past can see it all the time, and they've taken ownership of that as well, and what a great story for them. They can sort of say, oh, I helped plant those trees. And yeah, I think it's not an individual thing, it's a community thing. Like, it's a catchment, it's the entire area, so you have to, I think what we can achieve together is pretty incredible.
Alongside the physical work, cultural health assessments were also carried out at 9 freshwater sites. This process identified areas with potential for future mahika kai and helping guide long-term restoration priorities.
I have been working on this cultural health stream with the Puketeraki Runanga for the last year. As part of the cultural monitoring, there's about 10 questions, name some plants that you can see. That's the first thing, looking for indigenous plants, weeds, like there's the gorse, the broom. Another important thing too is, can you get access? Has the river been modified in any way by natural movement? Can you hear birds? Cleanliness of the creek itself, and anything edible and anything medicinal on the Mahinga Kai sites that we go to here.
To understand how the catchment is responding, ongoing water quality monitoring is being carried out through the use of clarity tubes, river waka assessments, and ecological surveys. We are able to track changes over time and see the effects of the mahi being employed within the catchment.
Different aspects we'd be measuring for water quality would be the nutrients, the dissolved oxygen, sediment, clarity and turbidity, as well as maybe the bugs living in the water as well. Monitoring provides evidence that what we're doing is having measurable effects over time, but that's why you monitor long term, because then over time you can look at a 5-year time frame, 10-year, and see those big changes that you wouldn't normally see.
Strengthening Te Hakapupu is ongoing work, and with a long-term catchment action plan guiding the way, the benefits of this mahi will continue to build well into the future.
One thing that came out of it was the realisation that the landowners, farmers, government and mana whenua all want the same thing, which is a better environment for our children, and this project will go towards that.
The foundations are in place, and the river's story continues, guided by strong partnership, practical action, and a shared commitment to a healthier future.